For nearly 2 decades, Nigeria's identity system operated under a law enacted in 2007.
Presidential debate.
That has now changed as President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has signed the National Identity Management Commission (NIMC) Act 2026 into law, replacing the old legislation with one designed for a digital economy and a more integrated identity system. The government says the law will modernize public services, strengthen cybersecurity, improve national security, and support economic development. But beyond these, what exactly does the new law mean for ordinary Nigerians? Let's break this down. NIMC is no longer simply the agency that issues your national identification number. Under the new law, it becomes Nigeria's central digital identity authority. Its role expands beyond enrollment. It will authenticate identities, regulate the country's digital identity ecosystem, and serve as the root certification authority for Nigeria's digital public infrastructure. In practical terms, your NIN becomes the foundation for proving your identity across government agencies and an increasing number of private sector services. The idea is simple: one person, one identity. Every Nigerian and legal resident should have a single, verifiable identity linked to one national identification number. That means banks, immigration, pensions, healthcare, taxation, education, telecommunications, and other public services can rely on the same trusted identity instead of maintaining separate databases. If implemented properly, this could reduce duplicate records, simplify verification, and make public services more efficient. So what are the benefits? The first is convenience. Opening a bank account, renewing a passport, obtaining a driver's license, registering a new business, or accessing government services could become faster because institutions would verify identities through a single integrated system. The second is financial inclusion. Millions of Nigerians who currently struggle to access formal banking and digital services could benefit from having a recognized digital identity. The third is fraud prevention. A unified identity system makes it more difficult to create multiple identities, impersonate others, or manipulate government records. It also reduces opportunities for identity theft and financial fraud. The law further aligns Nigeria's identity management framework with the Nigeria Data Protection Act, introducing clearer legal safeguards for how personal information is collected, stored, and shared. Can this help Nigeria tackle insecurity? Potentially, but only if it is implemented effectively and integrated across security institutions. One of Nigeria's long-standing security challenges is fragmented identity management. Police, immigration, financial regulators, and other agencies often rely on disconnected databases, making investigations slower and creating opportunities for criminals to exploit gaps in the system. A stronger digital identity framework could improve that. Security agencies may be able to verify identities more quickly during investigations, broader screening, financial intelligence operations, and criminal prosecutions. It also becomes more difficult for suspects to maintain multiple identities or obtain official documents under a different name. A unified identity database could strengthen efforts to combat kidnapping, terrorism financing, arms trafficking, human trafficking, and organized crime. It may also improve intelligence sharing among the police, the military, immigration, customs, financial intelligence agencies, and other security institutions. Government officials have already linked the identity system to counter-terrorism efforts. Interior Minister Olubunmi Tunji Ojo recently disclosed that integrated identity databases helped identify suspected insurgents attempting to enter Nigeria after returning from Hajj, the Islamic pilgrimage. However, technology alone cannot defeat insecurity. Many members of Boko Haram, ISWAP, and other armed groups operate in remote forests, islands, and border communities where formal identity registration remains limited. Others deliberately avoid official systems altogether. A stronger identity framework may make it harder for criminals to operate in the formal economy, open bank accounts, obtain official documents, or conceal their identities. But success will ultimately depend on how effectively government institutions use the information available to them. There are also important concerns. A single national identity database is also a single high-value target. The larger the database, the more attractive it is to cybercriminals and other malicious actors. Can Nigeria adequately secure the personal information of more than 200 million people? Will there be sufficient independent oversight? How transparent will government agencies be when requesting access to citizens' data? Privacy advocates argue that the effectiveness of the law will depend not only on technological safeguards, but also on strong legal accountability. There's another challenge. Millions of Nigerians still struggle to obtain or update their national identification number. Internally displaced persons, communities affected by insurgency, nomadic populations, residents of remote rural areas. Many remain outside the formal identity system. If access to banking, healthcare, education, or social welfare increasingly depends on digital identity before universal registration is achieved, those already living on the margins may become even more excluded. The law also introduces tougher penalties. Identity fraud, unlawful possession or misuse of identity credentials and related offenses now carry stiffer criminal sanctions, including substantial fines and prison terms. If implemented properly, the law could improve service delivery, strengthen financial inclusion, reduce fraud, and support counter-terrorism and law enforcement. If implemented poorly, it could deepen exclusion, create new privacy risks, and concentrate enormous amounts of personal information in a system that must remain secure and accountable.